sisters, gods and goddesses, kings and queens. This is class, the third series. The third series of why we have a problem with the black man and the black woman getting together. Why is it a problem for the black man and black woman to date other melanin people? And does language, does it matter? Understand, we're dealing with the black man and the black woman, but who are they? I mean, we're coming from Africans, I'm supposed to be our descendant, but we come from all shades and all colors. We come from all language barriers. But we seem to have this problem with the American black man and American black woman. What is this problem? But my theory is this. This is my theory. My theory is this, and I'll say it and say it again. You're not from the same tribe. And because you're not from the same tribe, this is why you got a lot of problems. You think because you live in, hypothetically, you live in Manhattan, so you only supposed to date people in Manhattan. Nope. You think because you live in Queens, you are automatically supposed to date only people in Queens. No. Same thing from the Bronx, same thing from Brooklyn, so on and so forth. What makes you think, because you're from this area, this is what you're supposed to do? Here's another thing. You got different levels of people. By the way, I'm SHU AMUN RA. Sorry to tell you. I didn't tell you my name in the beginning. And this is class, part 2 of series 3. But like I said, why is there a problem? You assume, and most of you assume in a big percentage, you believe you're supposed to date the people around you because it's a natural cause, because there's females in your area. You talk about depends on where you live at. If you live in a suburban area, if you live in the city, you live in the projects, you live in a house. If you live in a house and ain't no other houses around you about a mile or two, that's a different, another ballgame. But still, the norm, you will want to date people around you. But here's the trick. If you dated more than 2 and 3 different dudes, or dudes that dated 2 and 3 different women in that same area, and you still by yourself, but you having a lot of problems trying to keep a relationship. You never thought in your mind maybe you're from the different tribes? You think because your skin color's dark skin, brown, dark brown, mulatto, Creole, light skin, right? These are the people around you majority of the time, that you believe that that's what you're supposed to have. Here's another thing. You got Latino, Latin-speaking people in the same neighborhood. You don't even want to talk to them. But guess what? They're dark-skinned, they brown, they mulatto, they're Creole, and they light-skinned. They happen to speak Latin. That's it. That's it. Because if they tell you the truth, if you go to Puerto Rico or the Dominican Republic, if you would do your research, get on your laptop, get on your tablet, and you download it, and look at the people that's there, they're going to have hair just like you. Some of them going to be bald-headed, just like this. Some of them going to have straight hair. All they do is speak Latin. That's it. Huh? This is why a lot of you're not finding the women that you want. You're not finding the man what you want. Because you think you're supposed to be dating the same people who act like you, who talk like you, who's supposed to look like you. This is ludicrous. This is madness. The black melanin race expands around the world. So why would you put yourself into a small box? And if you date the same kind of females with the same type of attitudes, with the same type of aggressiveness, guess what? You're going to repeat the same cycle. And it will continue on with that same cycle. Well, guess what we have? We got a problem on our hands. So now you got a problem in your hands when you ain't supposed to have no problem here. Let me tell you something. When I was a kid, I'm going to say to you again and again and again. When I was younger, My eyes was always looking at Latin women. Since I was a baby, my mother couldn't understand it. My father knew what time it is. God bless his soul. My father never said, oh, you can't be with no Latin woman. That's a bunch of bullcrap. He knew that we from the islands. You an island hopping, you gonna see all kind of women. You don't let somebody's language stop you. You out of your mind? You learn the language. The education system we possess now, you can learn how to speak any language you want on the computer. So you want to sit up there and we want to know why we got problems? I'm telling you, my opinion, throughout my studies, I don't care what anybody says. You're not from the same tribe, first of all. And if you don't know who the fuck you are, excuse my language, sorry. If you don't know who you are, some of you don't know how to feel your frequency. Allow your frequency to flow through the natural resources of life. You can find your woman. Let me tell you something. You can sit down and you can meditate. You can dream your woman. I'm going to tell you something straight. Quick story before I go into my next video. I seen my wife literally 20 years ago. I know right now you're sitting up there saying that's a bunch of bullcrap. Before I got into the spirituality, remember, I always was into religion. So I already had somewhat powers because I believe in the Creator. I believe in the universe. I already believe in it. Only thing is that religion was man-made, but it helped tune the channel. See, we all possess the powers to connect to our loved one. And you can find it. You can find it through billions of people. You can find her. You can find him. You could date 50 million people and still find that one that you will live with forever, even into eternity after your flesh is gone. Because you're going to demand it. You're going to want it. You're going to crave it. I'm telling you. You talking about soulmates? Soulmates ain't what you said. Soulmates ain't you believe it. Because you're talking about it because when people talk about soulmates, these people are old. They already know they're going to die. And these people are already connected spiritually. Their deities already formed. So even when they asleep and the flesh is gone and it's turned rotten, they believe because it's already embedded in their mind that they're going to be together and they can't live without each other. Soulmate ain't somebody brand new. Oh, that's my soulmate. You ain't prepared for that. You got to go through in and out. You want to read what long suffering means? Let's look at the dictionary. Long suffering. Hold on. Long suffering. Right? Long suffering. Let's read it. Patiently enduring lasting offensive or hardship. First known used 1535. Forbearing, long-suffering, tolerant, uncomplaining, protesting. Long-suffering. See, when you with your soulmate, you prepared to go beyond that realm of life. If you want to look into a biblical, I'll read it to you in the Bible. I'll be right back. All right. Here I got the Bible to prove my point that some of you are going, oh, that's my soulmate. That's my soulmate. But you have no clue what love really is. Even though the word love, when you break the word love, it's really beloved. When you go into ancient times, Beloved means Mary. Mary was beloved. It's a whole new avenue, but we're going to stick to what we know here in America. Now we're dealing with the Romans times. But anyway, come back to me. Here we go. 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4 through 8. Get another better understanding. We read it from the dictionary point of view. Now we're going to read what long-suffering means. You want to be with your woman, and we're trying to figure out why the black man and the black woman seem not to can hold on to each other, and then you allowing language to also divide us. Oh, not in my world. Here we go. You got it? I'll show y'all. For some of you, chapter 13, and matter of fact, you can see it's underlined. That's because I went through this scripture so many different times before. All right. Here we go. Chapter 4 through 8. Verse 4. Love is long-suffering and kind. Love is not jealous. It does not brag. It does not get puffed up. Verse 5. Does not behave intensively. Does not look for its own interests. Does not become provoked. It does not keep account of injury. 6. It does not rejoice over unrighteousness, but rejoice with truth. 7. It bear all things. We love all things, hope all things, endure all things. 8. Love never fails, but whether there are gift or prophesying, they will be done away with. Whether there are tongues, they will cease. Whether there are knowledge, it will be done away with. Meaning, since some of y'all, you might not understand what just happened. See, when you love somebody, long-suffering is not a bad thing. You could take the word and misconstrue it. Long-suffering means when you're with this person, you're going to go through all these different emotions. You're going to go through all these different avenues with this person. You're going to tolerate them. You're going to change your behavior as well they change their behavior so y'all can match each other together as you're traveling through your journey of life. See, that's the whole point. You're going to go through the highest peaks of mountains. You're going to go to the lowest form of health, sickness. You're going to go through pain and suffering through the mind. You're going to go through things that you ain't going to want to go through. But if you love them, you're going to forget all about, look what I've done for you. Instead of chastising them, you're going to sit down and talk to them. You're going to sit down and reason with them. This is one of the problems the black man and the black woman have. You don't sit down and reason no more. One want to be able to overpower the other. The other one say, you ain't telling me nothing what to do. Who are you? You begin to start chastise each other. But you're going to talk about, oh, that's my soulmate. You don't know what soulmate is. You got to put in time with that person. I'm telling you for a fact. Either you know or you don't know. But today you just learned long-suffering. Love, L-O-V-E. L-O-V-E. Hold on. Love of long suffering. It's not a bad thing. It is what it is because it's the truth. Anyone that's been out there has been in a relationship over 5 years. You think you could just break up with that person? You think You could just break up with that person and you ain't gonna feel nothing? You out of your mind? In those 5, 6, 7, 8 years or 10 years, you already entwined with them mentally, psychologically, physically. You've done so much things with this person. That's why you will never be able to get these people out of your system when you're with them for so long. But if you never loved them and they never really loved you, I see if you ain't never loved that person, you can get out your system quick. You gotta keep it real. Because when you become acceptable and give in and become docile, remember the word docile? D-O-C-I-L-E, easy taught, easy led or managed. Listen, that's what that relationship is about. It's not one person who's got to do all the work. You both got to work. See, that word docile comes back in play. It comes back to play. Docile, D-O-C-I-L-E. Hold on. It comes back to play. You understand? Now, when you're on this journey with this man or woman, you want to be able to go through life and live abundantly. And you can. And you will if you choose to do so. Because you got to give up a lot of things when you're in a relationship. It ain't about you. It ain't about you. It ain't about her either. It's about you both. That's what it's about. It's about you coming equal opportunity. Sometimes the woman might get an extra 10, 20% more. You know what I'm saying? But she know how to handle it. And you are giving it, and you accept that. Sometimes the woman gives the man 10, 15% more. Once again, you both accept that, and then that's the way you're going through your journey. That 50-50 bullshit, that's man-made up crap. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. Oh, it's 50-50. Bullshit. Somebody is getting an extra 5 to 10% more. Trust me. Trust me. Use my relationship. My wife gets an extra 5 to 6, 7% more. Okay? Because she's spoiled. I spoiled her. But she does it the way she spoils me, the way she spoils me. But I know for a fact it's an extra 10, 15% more. Because I know that. But I accepted it. Okay? I'm not bending over kissing her ass. Excuse my language. Because that's not going to happen, the type of man I am. But I will make sure my wife is happy. So we'll always be in her mind. We'll be inside her skin and her flesh. So if I leave this earth before her, she will always have joy. You understand? Remember that. So don't never believe, I don't believe in that 50-50 relationship. That's a bunch of bullshit. Somebody's getting an extra 5 to 10%. You don't want to go no farther than that. Because if you got to put an extra 25 to 50 and you put in 75 and they only put 25%, your relationship is in trouble. Trouble. Somebody's being selfish. Straight jacket. Alright, let me get to the video, y'all. We broke that down. Love along suffering and docile. Now the reason why I had went to show you about the Dominicans, because some of you, the Dominican is just the island. Understand that. It's just the island. That's where they were born. Puerto Rico is where they were born. Colombia is where they were born. Here in America is where we were born. We're born in the city. What part of the city? I was born in Manhattan. I was born in Brooklyn. I was born in Queens. That's where I was born. But got nothing to do with my skin color. It's got nothing to do with my language barrier. You find the woman that you want. You find the man that you want. And start your journey. let me get back into the video because I got to show you more evidence why we got too much problems. But I'm gonna tell you something. Them island women making it. They coming out. They ain't playing games. They ain't playing games. Love is war. Straight jacket. You understand what I'm saying? So you look around, you're starting to find a lot of island women with American men, black men, because you need to put down that barrel just because you from Dominican or Puerto Rico, Cuba, or any one of those type of places. Ain't got nothing to do. That's just where you're born. And when you stop that crazy crap, you'll be better off. But some of y'all loose. That's why you can't find the one you want. In the melanin race. All right, I want y'all to listen to this one. Listen, y'all, on this next video, really listen to clearly. Because you gotta understand, black women destroys feminism and support the black man. This is important. This is important. This sister here knows exactly what time it is because you get a lot of these women, these other, white women who, they single, they out there, because they ain't got no white man or whatever. They don't want no white man for whatever reason. And they're trying to pull in black women. There's another issue. We got to watch out for this. Listen, come to the video. Get prepared. Pay attention.
Peace, family. All right, so a white feminist reached out to me, and she told me she thought I was very powerful, and basically she tried to persuade me with compliments to be a part of the feminist movement. She said she thought I was fighting the wrong cause and that sexism was worse than racism because women have always been discriminated against, have always been oppressed, have not had the same equal rights as men no matter what the race. And she thought I would be a major asset to the movement. And so I want to go ahead and address this so everybody knows where I stand when it comes to feminism, especially black feminism. Black feminism branched from white feminism, which initially had absolutely nothing to do with the black man or the black woman. The only reason the white woman reached out to the black woman was because she needed numbers, was because she needed signatures. The same way this white woman only reached out to me was because she thought I would be an asset. The same way politicians only pay black people any attention when they need our vote. Okay, so the white feminism, it had absolutely nothing to do with us. It had everything to do with the white man not treating the white woman right. It had everything to do with the white woman not having the same equal rights as the white man. But the black man and black woman got their equal rights at the same time. So even though the white woman was telling the black woman that the black man had more rights and more privilege than them, in all actuality, the white woman had more privilege and more rights than both the black man and the black woman. And so they whispered these ideas of integration into their ear, which is nothing but the illusion of inclusion. And because of that, it has been the biggest destruction of the black family and one of the most detrimental things that had ever happened to the black community ever. And still today, black women are still hollering about equal rights when the unemployment rate for black men is at 18%. Black women are more likely to be hired by a job now than black men. Black women can get more student loans now than a black man. A black woman that can't provide for her child financially can get assistance. The black man that can't provide for his child financially is going to go to jail. So sisters, I'm not sure what we're hollering about when it comes to equal rights, because it seems the black man is the one that doesn't have equal rights. We have more privilege than him. And what corporations do these black men own to tell you you can't have equal pay? It's not the black man that you should be mad at, sisters. You got to look at it as a game of chess. Even though these white feminists say they hate their men, you got to know that they are still the mate of this white man. So they're going to protect that white king as they should in a game of chess. You should be protecting your black king. But see, they have infiltrated the black community by getting the black woman to turn her back on the black man. The welfare program is a perfect example, which tells us, sisters, that if you need help or want help from the white man, you have to turn your back on the black man. You have to give up the black man. If you want to live in these apartments, your children cannot have a father in the home. Also, think of another family structure that it brings about. Think of what it does to our career mothers. Okay? Now, they say that the most educated group of people in America now is the black woman. And I love that. But so many of our sisters now have these careers and have these degrees. And all of a sudden, they don't see value in the black man. They don't need a man. They don't want a man. And so a lot of them don't want families. They don't want to reproduce. Or they wait until they're no longer fertile to try to reproduce and have complications in their pregnancies. Or they already have children, but they don't spend any time with them because they're always working. It used to be the man would be the one providing for the family, and the woman would stay home and teach and nurture the children. And together they would raise the children. Now children aren't being raised. They're just being maintained. Putting a roof over their head, feeding them and clothing them, that's maintaining a child like a pet. That's not raising them. You understand? And so that is a really big issue when it comes to the black family. And all of that came about from this feminism shit. Another thing that this feminist thing has done is this Planned Parenthood thing. Planned Parenthood is formerly known as the Negro Project, and the founder of the Negro Project was a woman named Margaret Sanger, which was a racist woman that said black people are like human weeds that need to be exterminated. And now these Planned Parenthood clinics are concentrated in predominantly black urban areas, and the majority of the abortions done in America are done by black women. They say the number one killer of blacks is abortion. A lot of people would debate that and say you can't kill something that's not alive, but you are destroying a life that is growing inside of you. That is killing. You are helping us exterminate ourselves. These white feminists, they are not your friends. They are the mate of these white men that want you gone. And think of also what it does to our children that are growing up without fathers in the home. Think of our daughters that don't have fathers. And so they go out here and they do everything they can to get male attention. A lot of times that brings them back into the welfare program as single mothers themselves. I'm not saying that's always the case, but it's too common for us to ignore. Also, think of our young brothers. I'm not even going to address homosexuality. Let's talk about those brothers whose mothers don't know how to discipline them correctly. They don't have fathers. They're not being taught any type of manhood either. And so they go into these schools. The teachers don't know what to do with them. So they throw them in special ed. And we all know special ed is nothing but a holding cell for black boys until they're old enough to go to jail. That's all that is. It is one of the most detrimental things that has ever happened to the black community. And I will not stand by it. One more thing that I want to address is this damn campaign that tells sisters, love your body regardless of what a man thinks. It ain't got nothing to do with the man, the way you treat your body. You understand? They praise and glorify obesity in the black community, but they don't do that in the white community, only in the black community. And now the leading causes of death for black women are diabetes, heart disease, stroke, and cancer. They tell you to love your body, love the skin you're in. Don't let no man make you not love your body, but they don't tell you to love yourself enough to eat right. They don't tell you to love yourself and have enough self-respect for yourself to not kill yourself by what you're shoving down your throat. You get what I'm saying? These white women, they're not your friends. They're not your friend, and I do not stand by any of it. I refuse to turn my back on the black man to hold hands with some white chick. The war on our black man has been insane. They have done everything they can to destroy the black man, to destroy the image of the black man. They want you dead, they want you gay, they want you incarcerated, and they want us to see no value in you. And I'm not supporting that feminism shit. I'm just not. I really am not. And it was an insult to me that somebody would even approach me with that shit. It was an insult to my intelligence. It was an insult to my loyalty to the black community. It was an insult to the black man. And if you're insulting the black man, you are insulting me because we are reflections of each other. It was an insult to my ability to think for myself. Because a lot of these black feminists, not all of them, but a lot of them, they just don't think for themselves. They're just listening to what white people are telling them about black men. They are listening to these celebrities that are telling you that girls run the world and we don't need men, while all the while they sitting at home married to one. They're watching these television shows where all of these black women are single and yet they're successful. Yeah, I think for myself, I don't need this programming. It was an insult. It was an insult. So, yes, no, I would never ever be a feminist. I stand by the black man and I love my black man and I would never ever turn my back on him. And that's pretty much all I have to say about that. Now you know where I stand with feminism. Hopefully nobody will ever ask me to be a part of that movement ever again.
How you doing, my coon fam?
Wow. Wow. The sister, she broke it down. The black women destroying the feminists and supporting the black man. See, those are the kind of women that black men need. And only black men who can accept a woman like that and appreciate a woman like that. I told you I'm gonna bring some videos that's gonna rock your mind, because our sisters are serious in what they believe in. Don't let the language barrier fool you. Okay, that's why I keep telling you. If you find coonish people who's telling you, oh no, I gotta work for a living, my career's first. Let me tell you something real quick. I'm gonna tell you something right now. 50 years ago, all right, I know this for a fact. 50 years ago, you didn't catch no black woman talking about my career was first and I don't want no children. That wasn't happening. And if there were one, maybe she was in Hollywood or maybe she was a nurse. Okay, one. But the way it's running rapid here in 2018, oh, my career's first. And then all of a sudden, by the time you do all the things you do, because you're trying to juggle your career, you're trying to juggle your man. But see, what happens is, when you got a career, there's nothing wrong with it. But when you put too much emphasis in that career, that man gonna be like this here. Man, she ain't worrying about me. She worrying about the career. So what you think he gonna do? He gonna go look for something else. Real talk. The percentage of that happening is very high. Don't get it twisted. But brothers and sisters, you got movements. You got the feminist movement. You got the gender movement, right? You got these different movements out here that they're pulling black females and black males away from each other. It's another issue we have. These are issues that you need to be writing this down. That's pulling the black man and woman away from each other. These are movements. Just like the young goddess said, they try to trick you by talking about, oh, I like the way you speak it. I like the way you handle things. We need you in our movement. Really? But we're going to be talking about that in part 3. See ya.